Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining us from today. Welcome back to another episode of our interview series with people from different parts of the world, from different professions doing this business. So, today, my guest is an engineer who lives in Canada. She's a software engineer like me. So, let me introduce Julieta to the screen. Hello, Julieta. How are you?
Hi, Kavya. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for giving your time for the interview, Jaleta. So I just do these interviews just to introduce our community members, right? Like our business owners in our community, to just show how people from different parts of the world are doing this business and of different walks of life. So, can you please introduce yourself to our audience, Jaleta, just to know about your background?
Yes, absolutely. Well, hello, everyone. I'm very happy and pleased to be here with Kavya today. I hope I can, inspire somebody with my story and bring value, to her page so you can connect with her and follow the next steps on this business opportunity if you're interested. Well, like Kavya said, yes, I'm living in Canada. I am originally from Argentina, so I speak Spanish as well. And my background is in construction. I'm an engineer, and I work full time in construction as an engineer. So when I came to Canada, I upgraded my degree to Canadian standards because many professions aren't recognized here. So yeah, you have to go through the process. I am a mother as well. So full time worker and very proud business owner.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that introduction, Julieta. But yeah,
Well,
like you said, you are an engineer, and I'm sure it should be hectic for you. And also, you should be getting like a very good pay from your job, right? Like we as engineers, I'm sure, like even abroad, like I was also living in Germany for a few years, and we get a good pay, decent pay. And like, what made you try, what made you to try something different out of your
yeah.
profession, Julieta? Why did you
Yes,
choose an online business?
absolutely. Like you said, yes, I have a full time job. I love my job. I love constructions, being on site, dealing with my clients. But, life happened when I came here to Canada. That's what I did. Like I said before, I started the process to upgrade to Canadian standards to be able to work as an engineer here the same way I was doing in my country back home. And that took me it was a long process, and I call it a long and costly process, and costly in terms of economically and emotionally, because it's really hard to come into a new country, adapt to many new things. Already you don't have any family here, and coming to many new things. It's hard emotionally. It's costly. So but I did it. It took me 5 years, and yeah, that gave me, the opportunity to have a lot more variation of jobs I could apply. Of course, being able to apply as an engineer, that it's already a plus. So what happened is that my family structure changed completely from when I had come to Canada, and I found myself being the only provider for my family. So with that, many things start to come up, many expenses that you don't foresee. And yeah, thank God I had a good job. But at one point, my job wasn't able to keep up with all the upcoming expenses
Yes.
and situations that arise with family structures being changed completely. So I started thinking, okay, this is a wake up call. I have to do something different. But I didn't know, in my mind, I wasn't looking for an online business, because I didn't know, I wasn't aware that something could be done online. And I wasn't ready to change, to exchange my time for a little bit of money, because at the end of
Mhm.
the week, it's a 40 plus hour week. You're exhausted, right? You don't have the energy. So actually, this came up on my news feeds on Facebook as an opportunity, and I
Okay.
went with it. I got curious on what the person was advertising, and she was talking how she had transitioned from being a real estate agent and mortgage specialist to completely relying on her income, right, on her business. So I said, okay, what is this all about? I wasn't aware that one such of opportunity was available, real and legit, especially, right?
Mm.
So yeah, that's why actually, because at one point I needed to supplement my income, and this
Mm.
opportunity showed up and I took it.
Awesome, awesome. I'm glad that you took the opportunity, Julieta, and it's a life-changing opportunity. And I'm a job quitter now, and I've been doing this business full time from many like almost 3 to 4 years now. So it's a great
Wow.
opportunity. And like you said, we usually do what we do is we try to exchange our time for money, right?
Yeah,
So we don't think that, okay, like we just think that, okay, everybody does the same, so that's how it's done. But there are a lot of opportunity, and many people don't know about it, like you were not aware of it in the beginning. Many
definitely.
people don't know that there is something like this exists. So that's why I really like promoting this also to people, and so that I can actually help people who even don't know that there is such opportunity out there. Right? So there is nothing people will are losing by just exploring more about it. At least you get to know that there's something like this exists, right?
Yes,
So yeah,
definitely, definitely.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, Julieta. But
Well,
you said you are a construction engineer, right? Not a software engineer, I think,
no, yeah,
right?
I'm a civil engineer. Yes,
Ah,
exactly.
civil engineer. Okay, awesome, awesome. But when you started the training, Julieta, so was it easy for you when you started this business, or did you face any challenges in the beginning, at least? Like how was it like? We usually, when people check about this opportunity, what they say is like everything is like it feels easy for them. So was it easy for you to start with, or
Yes,
what kind of challenges you faced?
it was actually. And when I started, diving in the training, I was putting like about 2 hours or 2 hours and a half per evening, because that's when I have the time to dedicate.
Mm.
I realized that the fears and all my struggles were more here than in the reality, right? And I
Yeah.
was like, oh my gosh, if if I would have, known this before, it would have saved me so much of the overthinking, right? Am I going to be able to do this? Because like you said, right, not many people are aware of this opportunity, but this because of the simple reason that we're not taught that there are other
Yeah.
venues, of generating income. And now the online world has exploded and has expanded exponentially because of everything that's been going on in the world. Even us as engineers,
Yeah.
we've been working online for a long time as well. Well, now everybody's back to the offices, but we did it for like about more than 2 years, right? And we were, yeah, still working in our careers, but working online remotely. So, and that just opened the eyes to many things for me, because we're not taught that something else can be done, and that there are other venues that can allow us to generate income. And like I said, the struggles were more in my head, of the unknown, maybe, that am I going to be able to do this? I never done this before. I didn't study for this, because as engineers, you have to study, you have to, you have
Yeah.
to have a book, you have to follow a
Yeah.
course. And it's not always like that, right? You have to like have an open mind of things, that opportunities that can be as good as your career, for you,
Yeah.
and have
Or
the opportunity to offer you something else. And of
yeah.
course, we had the training, and to answer your question, for the reason why I found that it was easy, like you said, is because the same way I had followed many courses, during my study life, I follow the training that we are given here, right? And it starts exactly from chapter one, or whatever you want to call it, and you just have to follow step by step, step by step. When you have a course in university, you don't start in chapter 15. You have to
Yeah.
get the knowledge from chapter one, right? And it
Yeah.
is exactly the same. So this is laid out for in such a simple way that anybody who never did this before is able to do it. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. For sure. Like you said, it's all in our mind. And
Yeah.
If you can put your mind into it, and if you put your time and effort, you can surely do this. And speciality of this business is you don't have to have any prior experience. Even for us being engineers, to get into a job you need certain experience, right? So
Definitely.
they ask for the experience. Here you don't have to. And that was one thing that attracted me, was like, okay, I can at least start something from scratch. I was okay to start from scratch, but I had to get that opportunity to start, right? So without experience, I could start here. That was a main advantage for me too.
Yes,
Right.
actually, what you just said is perfect because when you start a job, you
Yeah.
your employer has expectations, right? They're expecting that you're an engineer, you have to know this, and you're gonna perform the job
Yeah.
as an engineer, right? Of course, you're applying for an engineer, but that's more stressful than, and I never thought about it like this. Your employer has expectations on you, and you have to
Yeah.
meet all these expectations with them, right? In this business, nobody has expectations for you because it's known that you most likely won't have experience on digital marketing, on social media, advertising, or what the things that we do. And but it's great because we are taught, right? And how many
Yeah.
jobs you go in, and they're gonna teach you things. You're expected to know your thing when you go on a
Correct.
job, right? And of
Yeah.
course, that's the
Yeah.
way the world works, right? But in the online space, it's a bit different.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great. Thank you, Julieta. But when you came across this business, like this question, I had a skeptical spouse. So when I came across this business, actually, I was very much interested in the business because I followed the steps and I understood everything about the business, and I was really excited to start. But like, was how was it from on your side? Like, where did you have questions, or were you skeptical, or like, if you were not skeptical, how was the support from your family, Julieta?
Yes. Well, yeah, it was kind of both. I was skeptical but confident at the same time because I was skeptical in the sense that the skepticism I had was from a point of view of being ignorant in the subject, of not knowing about it.
Okay.
But I had a feeling that this is it, right? So I had that gut feeling. My partner on his side, he was skeptical. Well, he's a police officer, so they have a lot of a different point of view of things, right?
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
was skeptical in the sense that he was worried that I would get into something, that, yeah, could be a scam, definitely. uh,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I tried to lay all the information that I would gather, and also because when he was younger, he tried to do other businesses, and they were all either MLMs or pyramids or things like that. And
Yeah.
yeah, because when that's all you know, right, that's all you think. So we did our research,
Yeah.
right? I googled everything. And you have to, this is for the people that are watching, for your audience, you have to create the relationship with the person. So the best things you guys can do is contact Kavya, and she is gonna guide you, right, through all the steps that you need to follow. And that's how you're gonna get rid of the skepticism. And us, we're showing our faces, we're showing our names, right? We make part of a professional organization. This business or whatever you do has to be compatible with the ethics on your work, on your professional side, right? Because I couldn't do anything that wouldn't comply with the Order of Engineers here in Quebec, because that wouldn't be
Great.
of a benefit for me. So do your due diligence, ask, contact Kavya. And this is the best thing. And don't be afraid of asking questions. We've been there on the other side, us as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
skepticism
We've
I
asked
was a bit,
questions.
but I still moved on.
Yeah.
That's the important thing, not to let your fears or your the skepticism, or just the fact of not being knowledgeable in an area, specific area, just shut you down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Julieta. Thank you for your time. So like, before we leave, like, what do you have to say for people? For example, engineers like us. Most of the time, we think that, okay, I have a good job, so let me concentrate on that job. When I have a good paying job, why do I have to look for something else, right? So, what do you have to say to those kind of people? Like, do you have a message to them?
Yes, definitely, definitely. And my message would be, unless you're confident that your situation is bulletproof, right? That nothing can take you from your job, that no situation, no given situation can take you from your job, then maybe fine. You don't need a business, you don't need extra stream of incomes. But the reality is that you don't. Our jobs are not protected. We're not bulletproof in a company. Not even our companies are bulletproof, and that's just how the world works. We're also, you never know. Today you're healthy, but what happens if you, God forbid, but you end up getting sick, or you're not able to do your job anymore? When are you going to rely on insurance all your life? I mean, the insurance, I guess, would have a certain amount of time. I don't think it's going to be for life. Well, this business, we've had people who had left their jobs or their careers because of a certain illness, and they're capable 100% of still be doing this business, because you do it from the comfort of your home, the comfort of your home, the comfort of your vacation place of your choice, if you choose to, from the park, if you have kids that do activities or whatnot, right? There is no rigidity, there's no structure that's going to be imposed to you. And that's why I say this is compatible with any full-time job, because whereas on our jobs we need to be present, right? I need to be on my office or at my construction site in order to get the job done. This business runs on automation, most of the parts of it, and the time that you really need to put in is maybe between 10 and 20% of your time, and that is even up to you on when you dedicate to the business, right? Mm-hmm. So the first thing people have to do, right, is connect with Kavya, register on her website, and send her your email, and she's gonna get back to you with the next step. It's very simple. The next step is you watch our info session, and if you're still want to proceed, you take advantage of the 30-day free risk-free trial, and you have more than plenty enough time to find out everything you need to about this business and talk to us, right? You're going to be added to our private community, where you're going to see about 200,000 people in there that are thriving with this business. And you're going to find people from all of the professions that you can imagine, and even people who are retirees, because there is no age limit as well. That's one thing also. And even stay-at-home parents, right? Or that people who have multiple kids, right, that are decide for X reason to stay home. They're perfectly running this business. So my advice is just keep an open mind, and if you're looking for something, let the opportunity get to you and take advantage of all of the information that you can get, so that you can take an informed decision. There's nothing better than being able to come up with a decision on your own based on the full set of information. So
yeah. Thank you, Julieta. And I'm sure we have a lot to talk about this business, but like it'll keep going on. So, yeah, thank you so much for your time, Julieta. Thank you for sharing your experience and inspiring our audience today. And for everyone who has joined the session, I hope this inspires you to take action. If you have questions, you can connect with us, and we'll be happy to guide you through the next steps. So thank you, everyone. We'll connect again next week with another guest, maybe from another country and another profession. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.